Want some, get some, bad enough, take some. Want some, get some, bad enough, take some. Want some, get some, bad enough, take some.
Hello, welcome to episode 63 of Fang and the Bang with Gangrel and Ariel. I say it wrong every time.
No, Ariel's fine.
Levy.
Yes.
You just had a happy New Year? You just had a New Year pass?
Yeah.
The
Rosh
last 2
Hashanah.
days?
Yes.
I always say it wrong.
Rosh Hashanah?
Rosh Hashanah, right? So
Rosh
happy
Hashanah.
New Year. It's a 2-day celebration, right?
Yeah.
Is
Shana
there-
Torah for all my fellow Jewish people.
There you go. And that's the one right before Yom Kippur, which is coming soon. That's the
Next
big
week.
one. That's the next one. That's the big one. That's a 10-day. That's fasting. You have to fast.
Fasting.
Are you going to fast?
No, I'm not that
You're not that religious?
observant. Yeah.
Observant, yeah.
I'm more of a culturally Jewish.
I don't understand, no, but what is it?
No. It's just my culture. But
Culture, yeah.
But I'm not a very religious or.
I'm pretty sure my wife, who is Jewish, will fast. But
Oh, she will?
Yes, and I'll stay away from her because, I don't know if she will this year because the last 6 months, Susan's. The last 4 months or 6 months, she's been meal prepping, and I think she is gonna do like a body thing, like a body challenge, or she might do a competition.
Oh, really?
Like she's 58 now, so she's never gone to the gym or anything like that in her life. She was a runner. So now every morning 5 a.m. like I can hear pots and pans or whatever. She's off to the gym early, and then she has to go to work by 7, so she walks the dog, gets up and trains every morning early, and then comes back and makes all this loud noise, wakes me up, and then I get up and go to the gym. But every day, holidays and all. So
She's getting
fit. Yeah, her legs are coming. She has shoulders now. She has some definition in her arms. Yeah, she's looking really good. I probably don't tell her enough that she's looking good and everything. I thought she looked. I thought she looked fine before. I liked her either way, but yeah, she's got muscle tone coming. I see it in her legs and I see it in her shoulders and arms.
No, that's great.
Yeah, so it's coming on. I still don't think she needs to do it, but it's something she wanted to do. I don't know whether it was to prove something to herself or just something she always wanted to do, but I'm happy for her. She's doing good. So I don't know that she'll fast this holiday, Yom Kippur. She did the last couple. I do know that. So maybe not this one because it'll mess her meal prep stuff up, like her dieting. So.
I don't think one day will.
No, I say just get a gallon of water, 2 gallons of water, lay there on the floor, just binge watch TV and just drink water. Whenever you feel hungry, drink the water.
Oh no, but
like
you
can
cannot
make it like fast.
No, it's
You can't have water either.
no drinks, no
Water.
nothing.
Water.
Very, very, very religious people, like Orthodox people, like they don't.
Well, those are those hard hitting ones with the curls and stuff.
They
and diamond
just
dealers.
go to temple all day long basically, and they stay there like no drink, no food, no.
You have to lock me up somewhere not to have no food, no drink for
no
a whole
washing,
24 hours.
No shower, no nothing.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yes, because you want to be like for that day, like you're praying for your soul, so it's your soul that matters, not your body.
Atonement for your sins, no?
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you fast.
It's like the last chance because Rosh Hashanah is like the end of the year, but the last chance to be
forgiven.
Yeah,
cleansed.
to be put in the
Purified.
in the book of life and not in the book of death.
Okay, not the Book of Eli, because I know the Book of Eli.
Yeah.
I said this somewhere. Yeah. But she's gonna get mad at me. I'm not poking at the Jewish religion.
No.
I don't understand it. There's some holidays that are very complex like that. It's not very complex. You just don't eat or drink or anything. Go to temple all day.
Yeah, it's one day.
You have to go because you have to stay busy. You don't think about food, but.
Right. Yeah. And they go. They didn't sort of course, you enter into a trance, I guess. Like so you're connected.
Well, I'd be hallucinating if I
With
didn't. I'd be seeing things too when I don't eat. I don't eat much. I forget to eat all the time, and then I'll get really dizzy.
I used to do it when I was growing up, especially during your bar mitzvah days. You get more like religious. So I used to do. I used to fast all day long. No drink, no food.
The funny thing is, a lot of people. That's their diet now, intermittent fasting or whatever, for like 24 hours or 18 hours out of a 24-hour day. They fast, eat one meal. It's crazy. Yeah. Some people say it works for them. I don't know if that's necessarily a healthy thing or not. It almost goes back to the conversation we had about weight and eating disorders and stuff like that. It seems to me like that would fall into that, like an eating disorder. I think you cut your carbs out and just make it a lifestyle, eat healthier lifestyle, and just watch your sugars and your carbs.
Right.
And,
I think that's
and let you know who you are. Who you are. Your body was made a certain way. Your DNA and your genetics. To just don't go abusing things and eating donuts like I might have just had a few minutes ago before you walked in here. Actually, a glazed donut. It was really good. Hungry. So what'd you do this weekend? So you had a birthday weekend, but your birthday's tomorrow.
My birthday's tomorrow.
So happy birthday. Should have brought you cake and candles or something. Nellio's birthday today. Yeah, so happy birthday to Nellio. I'm not going to tell you his wrestling name because it's big mass.
Oh, yeah, no.
But yeah, but like, you'll get all upset. But whatever. Happy birthday, Nellio.
I hate that guy. I love Nellio.
Nellio's a good dude. He's looked like he's under a lot of stress lately. I think he's
gonna
break. He's gonna break soon. I think he's gonna break.
Oh no, don't say that.
No. I think it's gonna be some little thing, like super little thing, and then you had some other guy crying yesterday. I stopped by to see you guys at lunchtime. It was so depressing. I had to go to the school. Oh
God!
I just went to the school an hour early because that was depressing. But I'm not even gonna get into that.
Yeah.
That was a horrible scene there. Yeah. So you just showed this weekend.
I went out. I got to sing with the Angel Riot.
Right. It's a friend of yours.
Cool band. Yeah, it's a band that supports CCW, and they're always there. So they had a show in Pompano. I mean, they played in Pompano in a bar called Piper's.
Is that the pool one with all the pool tables? Yeah, it's got a.
No, there are no pool tables.
Oh, okay.
It's by an Aldi supermarket.
Aldi.
I don't know. There's a Piper, right? Yeah.
All right.
and so they play there, and they as a birthday gift, I guess.
Sing with them?
They invited me to stay. No, I sang Enter Sandman with them.
Oh, okay.
It was cool. It was fun.
Did Sandman come in with a kendo stick?
No.
Did he just show up?
No, that would have been cool. No. It was just me singing Enter Sandman.
You have to keep re-looping the song over and over. His entrance is the longest entrance in professional wrestling, I think. It's longer than anybody's.
Yeah, it's so funny. He worked with us, with CCW. Like it was last year. He worked Vinicius.
Vinicius.
When he was still my friend, and he made his entrance was like, I don't know, 7 minutes, 8 minutes long, and then the match was like 2 minutes. He just hit Vinicius twice with the stick, and then got.
I know we did an MLW show in Philly, and it was with Microman. It was like a trios match or something, but they had these surprise entrances. Like, so they had Blue Meanie hiding under the ring. But
nice.
The main one was gonna be at the end of the match. Like myself, I was supposed to punt little Microman, this little fella. We're all gonna like circle the wagons around him and go to attack, and then Enter the Sandman was gonna hit, and the Sandman's entrance.
Right.
But we spent more time in the back trying to figure out how to look busy for the 5 minutes it was going to take Sandman to get to the ring, without beating up the little guy, because you're circling him, so you're there. So you can't just freeze for like 5 minutes while he goes and drinks beer in the crowd with the fans and goes. So it could be very, it's a fun entrance for the fans. It could be very hard production-wise for TV purposes to make it make sense and not feel like a complete flipping idiot in the ring with your junk in your hand, standing there, like, come on, Sandman. But this is a fun entrance, though. Where was I this weekend? I don't know. Did I wrestle this weekend? Yeah, I wrestled.
You did?
Weekend. Yeah, because I had a black eye. Providence, Rhode Island. See, I never have any luck in Providence, Rhode Island. I woke up in a hospital twice in Providence, Rhode Island.
Who gave you the black eye?
I think I gave it to myself, I think.
Wow.
Well, it was a possible drop kick, but I think the black eye technically came. And it's funny because people have posted just yesterday. It's funny they posted, Gangrel, like the king of floatovers or something like that. So trap suplex, and the superplex at the top where I float over. So I was doing something with this guy called Mind Eraser, and he put wood in the corner, like a little coffin, like almost like a Halloween type of. But it was a thin piece of plywood or something, really thin piece of some kind of wood, and he was gonna throw me in it. So he had me like running like hook like a hip toss, but like he's gonna run, and I pivot and run in front of him, and then I give him a trap suplex into it. So he thought that I was gonna stop, pause, and trap suplex. Well, I was pivoting and then going into it like
boom,
like a power slam or arm drag, like a really fast arm drag. So as he's going to send me and everything, I pull him, I go to pop it, and he's going to sit down. So he's going the opposite way as I'm going this way. I'm thrusting up to give him the suplex into the corner, into the wood. He's sitting down to post to get ready to jump. So he's going down, I'm going up. So the mistiming thing. So I get him up right here and try to get him turned in time. I think his shoulder, his whole body landed on my face right here. Like, so, he's got a little black eye, bruised cheekbone. The cheekbone, I think, was from a drop kick, though. I don't think that happened there. But this is all bruised and all that. And then I got a drop kick with the wood in the head, and my I got opened up, so I was bleeding, and I totally forgot about this. So this happened Saturday night, right? So Sunday comes, I go home. So Monday, I go to the hair guy, and they keep the blonde hair from being gray.
Yeah.
It's the hair color, right? So I'm just sitting there minding my own business, and he's putting the hair color, and I'm like, oh, head was on fire because it was like bleach in the cuts.
Of course, yeah.
Cuts. So I was sitting there, and he goes, "You okay?" Because I got a tear water down my. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He goes, "What's wrong?" I go, "Oh, there's a cut up there." He goes, "Why didn't you say anything?" I go, "I forgot."
No, that thing, that stuff hurts without even it burns without you even having a cut. Like
But I think I ruined for everybody now. They thought I was naturally just like this blonde all the time. But I'm so gray that if I would have let it go, you don't know the difference.
But that bleach burns.
Yeah. I forgot how much it does burn in that cut.
For a movie, they bleached my hair and my eyebrows. The eyebrows hurt like a motherfucker. Like when they were bleaching my eyebrows.
You thought you were gonna go blind?
No. But I think maybe the skin is more sensitive in this area than in the scalp. So
maybe, yeah.
So my eyes feel burning. Everything felt burning. So they had to take it off. Like
I'm trying to picture what color? Blonde?
Yeah. I have
blonde eyebrows and blonde hair.
Blonde. Yeah. I'll show you them. I have a picture here, but the movie's called the Stranger.
The Stranger. Okay.
Yeah, that's the movie.
You want to see Ariel Levy blonde? Check out the movie The Stranger.
Yeah, it's a cool movie. It's a vampire movie.
It's a vampire movie? Was that an Eli Roth movie? Or no?
Yeah, he produced it.
Eli Roth produced it.
Yeah, it's Eli Roth Presents.
What's the other way he does? Is it called Meat Train or Night Train? Meat Train. You know that one?
No,
I didn't know if that was Eli Roth. It's a special I think it's called Slaughter Train or Meat Train. The horror people know, and I'm sure they'll correct me soon because there'll be a lot of horror people on here. They love the horror stuff, and people love Eli Roth. And Halloween's coming. You gonna see the new Halloween? Halloween Ends.
No.
What
happened?
You don't watch any of the Halloweens?
Oh, the movie. Oh, yeah, of course
Halloween.
I did. Of course I did. Michael Myers. Yeah, of course.
All right. I think your friend Vinicius. He realizes how old he feels when he saw how old Jamie Lee Curtis is.
God!
But he's young. I'm like, he's way younger than me. I'm 53. I'll be 54 coming up. And
how old is she?
I don't know. Her body looks 20, but her face looks 100. I'm thinking she's in her 60s, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I think
she looks great. Like, you ever see True Lies?
Yeah, no, True Lies. Yeah,
Trading Places and Trading Places. And there's one called Grandview USA. Just a unique body, very slim but very wholesome. Like, but she's this should be the last Halloween, I think.
Did you get to watch some wrestling this past week?
No, I didn't. I got drop kicked in the face. That was Fight Life. I was on a show where everybody was talking that all the rumors, that Malachi Black was leaving, AEW to go back to WWE.
And now his body...
they were saying Buddy Wayne.
Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews. But I was on the show with him. He did an announcement saying that he was going to take some time off.
Yes. You were at that show?
I was on that show, yeah. Fight Life show. It was a fun show. Late night show. It was in a brewery, much like down here.
Oh, nice.
But an AC brewery. They had AC.
Oh.
Plus the falls up there. So at night it was 50 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island. It was like 50s in the 50s.
Right.
So it was cool, but they had AC too. So it was the first brewery I worked in the last 3 months that actually had AC and stuff. So it was a good show, but I didn't get the vibe that he was leaving to go to WWE. I got the vibe that maybe he was taking time off, maybe to go to Australia or just chill or something. Oh, you look like Dustin Rhodes. He looks like Dustin Rhodes here. Can you see that? Dustin Rhodes. A little bit, yeah. You look different. You look old there.
Yeah. It was like a meth addict. And,
oh, you're not a vampire?
No, then I become I get.
Let me ask you this: so you're a meth addict in this, right? And then you become a vampire.
Yes.
Now,
It's like it's like
were you still addicted to meth when you were a vampire? Did your addiction go away once you became a vampire, or did you still want meth?
Now I'm addicted to blood.
Were you addicted to blood with meth in it, or did you? I'm curious. I want to know if I ever get addicted to something. If I could beat my addiction as a vampire.
I mean,
I'm trying to find a way around my addiction.
So it was like a vampire thriller, but it worked differently. Like it's like you can make the vampire bleed because we were beating up this guy who was a vampire. And he comes and then he beat me up then, and I get burned. All my face gets burned and stuff. And then they discover that the blood of the vampire can heal wounds. But when they use that blood on you, you become a vampire then. So they used that, like my dad.
But they didn't know that though.
No, they didn't know that. So my dad my dad in the movie grabs the vampire, beat him up, take his blood, and uses to heal me, and then I become a vampire. But my face is half burned, so I become like some kind of a monster.
Now, did you get burnt in a meth lab?
No, I get burned because we were like a meth. Like we are like
smoking,
like a gang, you know. So we go to beat up a kid, and we have Molotovs.
Mai Tai cocktails.
Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
And when this guy comes, I drop the Molotov and I get burned. My face is burned.
Okay. So like some the Bronx Tale where they died, they killed themselves, the car.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fun little horror slash.
So you didn't really answer. Were you addicted to meth blood after you became a vampire?
No, any kind of blood.
So there's a way around addiction. You become a vampire, then you won't be addicted anymore. I'm gonna save a lot of 12-step programs. Turn everybody into a vampire. They want no more problems.
Yeah,
we just have a lot of damn.
Yeah,
vampires.
you can have your own your own
recovery center.
Call now, Gangrel.
Yeah.
Get beaten by a vampire. Sell all your addictions.
Yeah, 1-800-777-BITE.
That'll be fun.
You up on Yeah, but I guess we got Raymond's.
Raymond's
hurricane report. We're here in Southeast Florida, Hollywood. So, actually Hollandale here, but like South Florida, I think we're all right. The hurricane's going around. It's gonna come into Tampa. Now you being from Chile. No, I'm a South Floridian, so I was born and raised here. And I'm quite aware of hurricanes. You watch the news, you see the projected path, you prepare or you don't prepare, or some people just go and they just get a bunch of drugs and they start drinking. I mean, they go hurricane parties. I mean, that's what most South Floridian pirates do. But in Chile, you don't have hurricanes.
We have earthquakes. We don't have hurricanes. We have earthquakes. That's our natural disaster.
No. All right. Well,
we're an earthquake country.
It's much like living in California, but every once in a while they get a monsoon or something that's kind of like a hurricane.
They have
earthquakes. I've been in earthquakes in Japan, and I've been in earthquakes in California. And I wasn't a big fan of those.
It's funny because we get like the highest measured earthquake.
7.8.
No, it was 8.9. 8.9. I think it was in Chile in the 60s. Like it's the highest rated earthquake in history.
Wow.
So if we get like a 7.1, which elsewhere it's like, oh my god, it's a huge earthquake. We're like, oh, it's a small earthquake, whatever, and we keep watching TV and stuff or we wake up in the middle of the night and start shaking. It's a 7 point something, and we're like. It's
much like a lot of Floridians.
Yes.
Oh, it's just a category 2. We'll be
exactly.
If it's a 4, we'll start worrying.
But I was there for the last huge earthquake, and I was in Chile, 2010. A huge earthquake, February 27, 2010. I remember the date, of course. And it was huge.
You're like Rain Man with dates. Like you remember the wrestling, the finishes.
No,
dates of earthquakes. Like I don't even remember when I got married.
It was a huge earthquake.
222.
It was a huge earthquake, and then then the south of Chile got hit by a tsunami because of it.
Oh, tsunami scare me.
Yeah.
The tsunami scare
Oh
me.
no, me too. After that,
I don't like terrified of tsunamis.
so yeah, and it was like the south part of Chile, like central south part of Chile, was almost destroyed by the tsunami, and it was worse than the earthquake. The earthquake was at 8.8. Down
Tsunami
there.
is just this giant wave.
A giant
of water
wave.
that just comes in and it sucks you right out to sea. It kills everything, it drowns everything, it destroys everything.
And then in 2018, no, 17, September 19, I was in Mexico.
Somebody gonna be out here checking these things.
Yeah, I was in Mexico for a huge earthquake too, Mexico City.
Oh.
The thing, so you know that Mexico City used to be a lake, and they basically they built over a lake, so the ground is not stable.
So they have like sinkholes.
So yeah, so every time that there's an earthquake, a lot of buildings fall down and stuff.
Yeah.
So and that was a scary one because Mexico, the epicenter of the earthquake was very close from Mexico City, and Mexico City is already very chaotic. So we're after an earthquake, that was hell, and it lasted for like 2 or 3 weeks. The aftershocks and all that crap.
Yeah, all the places that I wrestled, the least favorite place for me to wrestle or want to go was Mexico City. I didn't like it there. I don't know if it was because all the news and the reports of drug cartels cutting off heads and rolling them into the bar.
But that's in the north part of Mexico.
No. I just seemed
In Mexico City, that
seemed
stuff.
like super suspect though. You're like on high alert all the time, but like the first
the food is great, drinks are great, people is fun.
Oh, sure. Did you catch the donkey show too while you were there? No.
No.
Is that a rumor? Is that not? I believe it's a real thing.
I don't know.
Hey, you don't want to comment, huh? It's okay.
Only shows I went were Arena Mexico. I went to the CMLL shows. And
Yes.
stuff.
No
donkeys.
No donkey shows. All right. But my first earthquake was in Japan, and I can't give you the date. I think it might have been 91. I'm not sure. But I was in they had really high rises there, so it's like on the maybe the 26th floor or something.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
really far up. I was maybe even higher than that. I just don't remember. But I remember waking up in my room and I couldn't walk. I was like swaying all over, like I'm like, oh, like I didn't even drink or anything, and I'm thinking, man, I'm like, what's going on? And I'd lay back down and I feel like the bell was moving. Then I'd get up again, and then I remember calling Luna, and I said, hey, I don't know, like I feel like the room is moving and I don't feel so good. And she's like, oh, what are you on, drugs or this or that? I go, no, I'm not on anything. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't understand. And then the next day, you hear like this big earthquake had hit. You're like, oh, like because up in the building it swayed.
Yeah, they built in the seismic countries, if you want to call them that. They built the one of the ways to build the earthquake-proof buildings is they make them swing.
where they could sway.
Yeah, they put some I don't know.
It wasn't a good feeling. That's
Building swing.
But that was my first
don't
earthquake.
shake.
And then I think it was been in 2 more in Japan. Little ones, they didn't scare me so much. That one, I wasn't scared because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But then I was scared the next day after I realized what was going on. I was like, oh my God, like swaying in this building. And then California, I was in a couple in California. Like little ones, like things are just...
Yeah.
What? There's something moving there, and then you see on the news. It's
Like Jurassic Park with the
like a dinosaur kind of things are like vibrating. But hurricanes, hurricanes, they give you a warning. You can prepare. They give you a projected course. But I mean, the problem is with them is like this one's heading to Tampa Bay. It's a bay, Tampa Bay, right? So if it comes in, it pushes like what I'm terribly afraid of, like is the tsunamis. But they wouldn't be a tsunami, but it'd be a huge storm surge, much like Katrina, where the levees will break or something. But Tampa, they literally built the city itself, and Davis Island and hospitals. I lived over there, and that floods on a thunderstorm. Mm-hmm. So the storm surge pushes in 10 foot of water. If it surges that 10 foot, everything's going to be underwater, much like New Orleans, and it'll be disastrous and very, very dangerous. So thoughts and prayers are with everybody on the West Coast from Fort Myers Up to Tallahassee, I suppose. But they say between Tampa and Fort Myers, it's gonna hit. And
A lot of
my grandkids are right there. They're right in Palmetto, so I'm worried and concerned for them. I almost
A lot of wrestling people live there.
yeah, and I've wrestled in Palmetto a few times. There's a lot of wrestlers live in that area, all through that area. And Tampa's a great place to live. It's a great city. I don't think they've been hit with a major storm in forever. So they've been brushed with them. The storms will go up, and they would hit Port Charlotte, a little bit south, or they would go up and come in and Hernando or Crystal River area or something. But Tampa, the Bay itself, I don't think it's taken a direct hit in a while. So it looks like it's heading there. So thoughts and prayers are there with everybody in Tampa
sir.
and
I hope
stuff like that. But yeah,
yourself
hurricanes are
safe.
very dangerous because we think we understand them. We get a projected path, but then Floridians think, oh, we'll ride the storm out. Next thing you know, your whole house is in water and you're on top of the roof. You know.
Right. Yeah, this is the first time since I got here that you're having these alerts and stuff.
Now, when Andrew hit here in Florida,
when was that?
Gosh, what year was that? 93 or something like that. 93 or 94. It might have been 92 or 93. Hurricane Andrew hit. I was in Puerto Rico, so it was either 92 or 93. Because I believe 92. Yeah, I was in Puerto Rico wrestling. So
30
92.
years ago.
So I was in Puerto Rico. They got brushed. I don't know if we had anything, but when I came home, I was down there for 8 months. I came home and I had to do a show in Homestead. I got lost because I'm the kind of guy that drives by landmarks and stuff. And like there was whole blocks missing, shopping malls and centers and everything down there. It was just came in and it just wiped everything flat. And I think that was a category 4 or 5. 4 it came in. So people won't underestimate unless you've seen that damage up close or experienced it. Like a guy for me in being here and growing up in Deerfield Beach or Hollywood, we've never had a direct hit. So we're like, we'll get brushes and this and that. But then you see the damage that happened in Homestead, or you watch the news with Katrina and you understand that storm surge in Tampa. As you get a little older or you pay attention to stuff, you're like, oh shit, it's a very, very dangerous situation.
Being like foreign here, like a foreign guy here, like I see this anticipation for the hurricane, and I'm like, what the hell, you know? And it's like, because again, like I come from a country where the natural disaster we get is earthquakes, so you cannot anticipate for that. Like it's it's a sudden strike, you know, and then everything is like chaos and stuff because buildings fall or whatever. If it happens, and but now it's like everyone is like, I don't know, buying a lot of water and stuff and getting prepared for the hurricane.
Well,
and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Sometimes I think I could be wrong that like places like Publix and stuff sponsor the news and stuff like that, and so they go ahead and ramp this mass panic, so people run in there and empty the shelves of water and batteries and gasoline, the gasoline pump. But better safe than sorry. But people do, I think, tend to overreact. But again,
it's same
better
thing.
to overreact than underreact and find yourself in a dangerous situation or without water or stuff to take care of yourself afterwards. But
just keep yourself safe if you're in
absolutely
Central Florida.
Absolutely, everybody all up and down the west coast of Florida and into the Central Florida will feel the effects of this hurricane. And we already had tornado warnings here this morning from the storm. Like, I don't know if you're watching the news, but
no, I don't watch local news.
Broward and Palm Beach, all tornado warnings. You see the weather's horrible out. It'll be horrible for 2-3 days here, and then it'll be beautiful when the storm goes past. I think it sucks all that bad weather. It'll be like just the most gorgeous weather. It'll be. So did I watch any wrestling?
Let's talk wrestling. Yes,
I did not. I watched a little bit of Raw last night. Man,
you didn't watch the AEW Grand Slam show, like in the Arthur Ashe Stadium? No, you didn't. You didn't watch.
Did I miss something?
I mean, Moxley is the new champion. He beat
Bryan
Danielson. Yeah. Chris Jericho is the new Ring of Honor champion.
I saw PCO put a post saying, "Oh, Chris Jericho's following in my footsteps."
And then the Acclaim are the new tag team champions.
Who did they beat?
They beat Swerve and Keith Lee, who are
now,
apparently having cracks on their relationship.
Swerve's one of the guys that WWE supposedly reached out to, right? And he directed him to his lawyer. They didn't reach out to Keith Lee, but I think they reached out to Swerve to get back.
Oh, sure, because
his what's that team with the
his group is back. Yeah.
His group is back.
What's that? Hit Row,
yeah. But I think he directed him right to his lawyer. Then there was rumors of Miro saying he wanted to go, but he doesn't want to go.
They say like Malachi Black and now Buddy Matthews. What do you think about those? What do you think about that? About asking for your release, like after you sign a contract for 3 years with a company, and you already asked for your release in the other company, but now you want to go back. What do you think about it?
I think you make a deal, you stick to your deal. That's how I've always been. Like if I'm making $500 because I agreed to this deal, but then I hear you're making $1,000, I'm not gonna go complain that you're making $1,000 because it's the deal I made for myself. Right. This is where I valued myself. This is where I made it. This was the decision I made.
It's a commitment.
Commitment. I think you should live by them. Granted, I can understand being upset. Maybe I jumped the gun, but that's human nature. You live and you learn, and you live and you die by the sword. I don't think you should be like crying like babies and like, I want to go back. I get it, but I think if you make a deal and you commit to something, you should write it out. You know? But that's just me. Doesn't mean this whole new generation is like that. It's a different generation, and I
don't know, but they are around my age, and I'm the same. I'm in the same train of thought. You know, like it's like you sign a contract, like it's not like and especially because they were already unhappy in the WWE and they wanted out. Then they got out. They sign a contract with AEW, and now because Triple H is back in power.
Well, but maybe Triple H, but I think it's more than that. I think it's the fact, the structuring of the shows in AEW.
Oh yeah,
and their time in the ring and how they're being used, and maybe it wasn't what they were told in the beginning. They were going to be like this, and they're going to write their own stories and creative control. And then when they get there, they find out it's really like, we're just going to put this match together. I want to see Ariel and Gangrel. Like, so this is the match we're going to see.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's no storyline. Oh, but I think this will be a really good matchup.
Right.
So if you're maybe misled, I could get your bitterness. But what are they going to do if you sign a contract? I'm not sure what their contracts are. I don't think it's like WWE's where they have downsizes or nothing. I think it's like you're going to get $1 million a year, you're going to get $1 million a year, like if you honor that contract. But WWE's contracts are like, they're kind of rough. They can just
Do you think like Tony can like sign a lot of like quote unquote top guys or guys with top guy potential, and maybe he like I think over promised stuff like, hey, here you're gonna be treated like a top guy. Here you're gonna be. So if you sign like 100 guys, there's only 3 hours of TV every week. So
I think he signed. Okay, these are 20 guys available, so I'm gonna sign these guys. And I promised him this, but then all of a sudden, 10 more guys came available that were better than these 20 guys. So he signed them and promised him some, and so on and so on. And then now, oh shit, I got too many guys, and so I think he's gonna willingly probably let some people release with conditions and stuff like that. Like, hey, maybe don't compete against WWE for a year, but you can go do indies and stuff. Maybe much like Malachi Black, because he has too many guys anyways. But WWE, what people got to remember too is as they're asking for things, it doesn't mean they're going to hire you because they're not. They've been around this block
and they have a lot of guys too.
So they're not going to like go, oh yeah, and end up in that same situation with like 100 guys over their roster or 50 guys over their roster or 20 guys. You know, they know the deal and they've been around the block a few times, so they're not. So like people are thinking, I'm going to go back. That's why they're all sending feelers because there's only so many spots, and WWE's only going to fill so many spots, and like. But the show, I watched Raw, and it's getting a little better. I just don't. Maybe you can help me understand this, and I'm not hating on the girls, but what is this group?
The
Bailey's group. What's it called?
Io Sky, and
they got a name.
Dakota Kai. I don't know their name.
Not the infringements. What is it? Something with a D. I think. I don't know. I just don't even.
But what happened with
the show was better, but
damage control.
Damage control. That's it. It was a D. Damage control. Like, so I'm enjoying Raw, but then Damage Control comes on, the girls and everything, and I'm like, oh, and I love women's wrestling, but I just go, oh, this is so terrible, like, and then I love Bianca Belair, and then I think that in the group she's in, it's just garbage, like, and I'm not shitting on them as individual wrestlers. I think they're all great wrestlers. I don't know all of them, but the majority of them that I think are like really talented ladies, but I just don't get these groups and this Damage Control. So I see things like Judgment Day is catching momentum. I think it's good.
Yeah.
With Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, that's a cool.
And they're trying to recruit AJ. And I love this Sami Zayn and honorary Uso.
Oh, that was awesome.
Where they rip a shirt off and then they go, no, only wear this shirt, honorary Uso, and then they're helping him win too. Like they come out and
you know what I want to see now? I want to see Sami Zayn getting bullied all the time, and I want to see Sami Zayn being the ultimate underdog and beat Roman Reigns.
I
Because
don't know.
he's saying so well. He's such a good comedic actor, Sami Zayn. I'm praising him for his acting skills. He's great.
Do you listen to Conan and Disco podcast, right?
Yeah. I mean,
this morning I think I was listening to him, and somebody was on there. They're pointing out, I forget their guy that they get their information from. So this is going off K100 or whatever. This isn't off anything I know or anything. This is just what K100 sounds like a radio station here. But Conan, keeping it real, yeah. So, and Disco, which they're very both intelligent. They're both in the business. They both book shows. Conan runs AAA or something like he's a brilliant mind. Disco. I've known Disco since I gave him a ride to Memphis, and like when he first came into Memphis. So he's super smart about things and understanding the business and angles and different things, just the whole business aspect and stuff. But I heard them talking, and I think somebody's giving him information that like Sami Zayn and all that, like the bloodline or whatever, they were being set up for Bray Wyatt to come back with TikTok, Strowman. Cross, Strowman, and
for War Games.
Yeah. But it's not gonna happen. They're saying they went a different route, but it was gonna be like Bray Wyatt with all them, and he was gonna be the White Rabbit, and then Chris Karrion Kross was already the White Rabbit in Lucha Underground, but that's why they were gonna set that all up, and it was interesting. They have really good views and really good content, and it's a really great show. You should listen to it if you haven't. Checked it out, everybody. Disco and Conan, Keeping It 100, very great show. And they were talking about like Bray Wyatt. They were saying he's back, and then I don't know how this guy, I can't remember the guy's name, so I don't want to misquote his name, but they were talking about contracts, and they were talking about what Bray Wyatt was going to make.
It's rumored that he got offered $3 million per year and 50 matches
for 50 appearances or shows or whatever. I'm not sure what they fall under for that, but that's what they were saying, and I think, wow, that's crazy. And Roman Reigns is doing like 100 for around the same or something like that, 100 shows. So Bray Wyatt's back then, right? He's coming back. They're teasing they're playing White Rabbit through the arenas.
Hasn't been confirmed. Hasn't
been confirmed though. But they're talking like, I don't know how they have the contract details. They weren't saying it. The guy that informs them on stuff, their inside guy, was saying it to them. So let me be clear, they weren't saying that. They were listening to him and listening to what he had to say. So very interesting, very excited. But I was like, I thought, oh, that'd have been so great. Karrion Kross, Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why they were saying that's why they were hired back so quick, because they want them to be ready and bring this group for War Games against the Bloodline. But for some reason, they went different directions. But we'll see. I don't know. That's the information there. It's a great show.
It's funny how exciting it feels, the WWE now. Like with a little shakeup, it feels more exciting. And
some people say, "Oh, they wait for that big change," and then some people saying it's changed enough. I think it's changed enough. Yeah. I think he's sprung people.
I mean, the numbers are up too.
I just struggle with the girls. I don't know what's going on there.
What? Talking about girls, we forgot something about Grand Slam. AEW. Saraya is back.
Right, but
not back. She's signed with AEW.
Yeah.
Saraya, formerly known as Paige.
Paige, right. Yeah. So I've known her since a little girl, but what is she doing there? Is she able to wrestle? They've cleared her to wrestle? Or is she just back as a personality? Did she come out and they just wasted with an appearance? Or is there an angle?
The way she came out, it looked like, and the way the commentators were putting her over was like she's gonna wrestle, because they were saying like, oh, now the women's division, she's shaking up the women's division again, So
and they credit her for changing the women's division. But I credit people like Luna Vachon and Lita and different people, even Trish
China.
Stratus. Yeah, in China. But yeah, they give her a lot of credit. But she's a great kid. I wrestled everybody in her family. I've wrestled her dad, her mom. I have in mixed tags. I wrestled her brother. I wrestled her brother when he had an ankle bracelet right out of jail. Yeah. I wrestled both brothers, both of them, Zach and Roy. I've wrestled her whole family. It's an interesting family. Great people. They still run a company over in England. I'm trying to think of the town they're in there. But yeah, the Knights. It's a really they're fun. They're a mainstay and over in the UK, and it's a fun company to work for. And but yeah, it's a wrestling family for sure. So I'm glad she's back. I just hope I hope she's cleared to wrestle, but I don't know. She retired with a career-ending injury, the neck or something.
Yeah,
so but with this world,
Edge did the same.
and
Daniel Bryan.
And a year ago, as I sat in this spot right here, I would have told you I was retiring too because of my back. Then I got stem cell in December.
Yeah.
4 days later, I was thinking like, oh, I'm walking again. I'm laying in my bed, like so. That was over at Bio Research up there in New Jersey, and I got to get up there. I got to take Nelio. He wants to go get it in his wrist. But I'm gonna have to make a trip up there again because I'm due for another treatment, and then I'm at the Ultra Wellness, which I'll go to from here. Who's been rebuilding my knee? I feel like the Bionic Man. Like they're just like replacing body parts without surgery, trying to do everything without surgery. So Dr. Silva and the Ultra Wellness and Randy over there. Randy's who you need to work on your shoulder, Randy. Yeah. Well, a little PRP in there too. They'll spin your plasma, put it back in, and start healing things. It's good stuff. He's right there. You live across the street from it.
Oh yeah,
you literally live like not even a quarter mile. Like you cut through the Buffalo Wild Wings and you're there, right next to Target. It's like next to where Target parking garage is.
Walking distance, yeah.
You know the garage?
Yeah,
the building to the left. It looks like a tile. There's like a tile store in there,
I know the Target and the parking lot.
The parking garage. If you look at the parking garage at Buffalo Wild, if you're standing at Buffalo Wild Wings, you look at the parking garages. They're the building to the left, 1100 South Federal Highway.
Yeah,
Dr. Silva's Ultra Wellness. Go check it out.
And going back to wrestling, Tony Khan made some statements.
Oh yeah, what do you mean?
Again, controversial statements that TK likes to share. He said, "We're running a lot of great shows around the Northeast. It's so many great wrestling markets in one geographic region. I'll say it, the real crown jewel of wrestling markets, not some BS overseas in Saudi Arabia."
Okay. What's BS about Saudi Arabia? Is because does he not like Saudi Arabians? He doesn't like the Middle East?
Maybe because it's
he's saying he's got more money than the Saudis. He might.
I don't know. He just doesn't like it because it's a controversial country for sure.
Well, I was also trying to say he's running the Northeast.
Yeah, it's always been like hometown.
Oh, did you see the power flicker here? What's going on? It's storming out there.
And but Booker T had some answered what Tony Khan said.
I'm sure Booker T did
in his own podcast, the Hall of Fame podcast.
Times.
Yeah,
5 times.
5 times. Worry about your company. Worry about the turmoil that's going on inside AEW right now, and try to fix that before you start thinking about what WWE is doing, and instead of running his mouth about WWE.
Well, it's a point there too. I mean, it's a good point. I mean, they still have the investigation going, so people are reinstated, but there's still no. The rumors are CM Punk's not coming back, right? They're gonna. A lot of people are saying they're gonna buy out his contract at like $400. I don't know what it. $47,000 a match. Or $400. I don't know what it is. Some ridiculous amount. $400 and something thousand. I don't know. Then you got the Young Bucks that they're saying sent feelers out. FTR they're saying that they're interested in WWE. So he's right. Booker T's got a point. I mean, Tony Khan probably feels backed in the corner. He's defensive. He feels like he's got to say something too at the same time.
Yeah, but I think that AEW's motto has always been like us versus them. We're here with the rebels that are gonna defeat the big evil empire. It has always been that.
You turn this into Star Wars?
Oh yeah, everything has to do with Star Wars.
Everything has to do with Star Wars. But
but they always been like that. Like in the early days, like with Cody smashing Triple H's throne, and all those they always.
Now where's Cody now?
Yeah,
Working for Triple H.
Yeah.
So he smashed the throne 1 year, and a year later, 3 years
He has to
later,
fix
2
it.
years later, he's probably over there gluing it back together. Like, sorry, Triple H.
But what I'm
Cody's
saying
good.
is like,
Cody's talented. As hell.
yeah, that's great. But what I'm saying is that it has always been the like that. They always been like, no, we're the younger, cooler couple. Like most likely what ECW did in the 90s.
Was Vince McMahon Darth Vader or Triple H Darth Vader? Or is he?
I think
Luke
Triple H.
Skywalker?
No, I think Triple H.
Skywalker is the son
Triple
of
H is Darth Vader,
Okay.
and Vince is like the Emperor, right?
Oh, the Emperor.
I think
Okay. Well, I'm not a big.
he's the most powerful being in the dark side.
I used to tell Alan this, but I used to think Alan reminded me of the R2D2.
And I'm C-3PO?
You C-3PO.
I'm C-3PO. That's funny, but yeah,
Because he's so small.
yeah, I know.
He's so fast though. R2D2 wasn't very fast. He'd always getting stuck in places and left behind, and because he's bulky and small. Yeah, but yeah, it's funny how you can compare everything to Star Wars. I wish I was a bigger Star Wars fan. I have watched them all, but I'm not a fanatic.
I mean, I don't know, but I think it's a good.
All I can remember is Luke, I am your father, or something, some shit like that. And some controversial stuff. And Trash Compactor of Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker, when they're gonna get smashed. And that was like an old one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan either.
Chewbacca was super cool.
Chewbacca super.
Who would be the
cool.
Chewbacca wrestler? Would Bruiser Brody have been Chewbacca?
Bruce-
Would Bruiser Brody been like Chewbacca, like a big hairy guy, like kicking ass, or like
Yeah, it is like Chewbacca and Luke. Who's Luke? I don't know.
10 more minutes.
It'd be Bret Hart maybe. So yeah, I'm not a giant Star Wars fan, but I like them all. I've seen them all. But Chewbacca, I definitely think would be Bruiser Brody.
Okay,
Or
what?
Bruiser Brody would be Chewbacca, or vice versa. I don't know.
What if?
I
So
didn't know Chewbacca's
What
name.
if you could place yourself in a horror movie?
Oh, this is definitely a Raymond question.
Yeah,
Well,
what movie would that be?
If I could place myself
You
in
have
a
like the
horror
best odds of surviving.
with Gremlins, that's a Christmas movie, huh?
Gremlins?
That's a Christmas movie? No,
I mean,
I survived Gremlins for sure, but that's not really a horror movie, I don't think. Because they show it at Christmas. It's actually considered a Christmas movie,
yeah,
Gremlins.
it's horror comedy. Yeah,
Spike, flashing.
I love it.
I'm not messing with Freddy Krueger because like I like to sleep and I dream a lot. So Freddy would fuck me up. Freddy, I got it right here to remind me. Don't mess with Freddy. I got Elm Street right there. Don't 1, 2, Gangrel and Freddy, whatever. He's coming for you. That's I'm very afraid of Freddy Krueger. I'm not messing with Freddy Krueger. And Freddy, I think, kicked Jason's ass in Friday the 13th. So I'm afraid of Freddy, I think I could channel Freddy and learn from Freddy. And I believe I'm not messing with Michael Myers. That dude, Halloween Ends is coming up.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, they killed that fool. He's laying there and he got up and blew a comeback, like right at the end of the movie, like pwah, like just beat the shit out of them all, walked off and disappeared. So and now Jamie Lee Curtis has got to deal with that coming up October 15th, which I'll be there if I could make time in my schedule. So I'm gonna go with Friday the 13th.
Friday 13th?
Yeah, I'm gonna survive at Friday the 13th.
Jason.
Yeah, Gangrel versus Jason. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Boreas.
Yeah. Friday the 13th. I think I'll take his machete and stick it right up his butt. Like, yeah. Yeah.
It's a cool one.
Yeah.
That's a cool one.
But Friday the 13th get kind of weird because there's a mom doing the killing in the beginning because her son drowned. And then somehow it became him. He came back from LA because he's mutant. But then when it was like Freddy versus Jason, even though he cut off Freddy's head, but Freddy was still in his inside his head, so like psychological. I'm not messing with Freddy. Just we'll be clear with that.
I
I'm
think
not
that
dealing with Freddy Krueger.
being a vampire, I see you hanging out at the.
Oh, I have vampire powers in this movie too.
Yeah, of course.
I'll definitely kick Jason's ass.
I see you, but I see you hanging out at the.
I love
the
it.
TT Twister in From Dusk Till Dawn. I see you hanging down.
I'll be hanging out with Cheech.
Hanging out, yeah.
We got thinky pools. I'm gonna flirt, beat that Dusk Till Dawn, Selma Hayek. Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I would want to be like her slave.
The Santanico Pandemonium.
Well, yeah.
I see you hanging out in that bar.
And I probably would have hung out with George Clooney and had a beer too, because
that's a cool
George
guy.
Clooney was like super cool at it.
And Tarantino too. Like.
Yeah. and they're super cool. And Clooney's in, I like, except for Batman. But I stick up for him. He was an alright Batman. A lot of people didn't like George Clooney as Batman.
Yeah, it's the worst one. But it's
the worst.
Yeah, but it's not because of him. It's not because of the casting. Like the movies just.
You know who I think could be a good Batman?
And they have the bad nipples and the.
Yeah, he did.
The visa, the
his
card.
nipples were hard all the time, even though it was steel. I didn't understand.
The
like,
bad
his
card.
flat plate.
Yeah.
No, I like George Clooney. You know, at the school, these people won't know who the hell this kid Christian is. But you know the new kid Christian?
Yeah, of course.
He could be a Batman. Got the weird eyes in the jaw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy you, Riddler. Or whoever Batman's fighting. Joker. Two-Face.
Penguin.
Penguin. He's a weird, dark, mysterious guy, but he's had some good The school was really good yesterday. I know you missed it. You got shoulder injury.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're in there doing office work earlier, but like the classes were good. Even Melissa Frack.
Yeah,
she was doing hip tosses off the ropes, running. She was slowing them down. Like most of the girls, when you watch shows, you go a lot all over the place. They run right through a hip toss. They barrel roll. They like destroy their lower back. But she was putting the footwork in. And it was very even the little skinny one, Michelle.
Oh, Michelle.
She was even in there. They were all taking hip toss. It was very productive. They all. I felt very. I don't want to say successful, but I felt productive yesterday. And it felt like we made some progress.
Oh, it's great when you see improvement.
Yeah. Improvement, definitely. Because I was kind of feeling like I was in the doldrums. You know what the doldrums are, right? Like when you're just out stuck in the ocean and you're like up and down. You see land, you see a wall of water. Up and down. You're not quite seasick, but you're just quite tired. You're tired of seeing it, you know? You're like, got to get the F out of here. And but yesterday was a good day, and felt good on that. So it was a very productive day in the school. So we missed you though, being in there. But I know you did a hip toss to.
I got hip toss to a big guy.
KR Slack or
K slash.
What the hell?
KA slash. That's his.
KA slash my ass. That guy. He wasn't in class. I didn't see him in there, so he ain't putting no work in. But so he destroys your shoulder on the hip toss, and he's the guy who should have been there working on that kind of stuff. But hopefully he's there tonight.
He says he has a knee injury now.
Oh, he has a knee injury now. From what? The hip toss you gave him?
No, I don't know how.
This generation, you know. Oh, I got a pimple. Oh, I got a giant tumor. Like it's a pimple. You know, scrub a little better. Get some sunshine on your face or something. You know, I don't know. It's this generation. But that was God, did we even talk about wrestling today? Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Did we? Yeah. It seems like we started like on movies. I'm still stuck with Chewbacca being Bruiser Brody. Like I can see him giving Chewbacca giving the big boot and going, "Oos," you know. I might be doing I have a contract for with the people. I got Daniel Rose reading it for me.
Okay.
For the guys that did you see the Stan Hansen doll and the Bruiser Brody?
Yeah.
Power maybe it's called Power Slam action figures or something. But yeah, they want to do it, and they're trying to push me on it. Like I had another deal, but they didn't want to do the contract or something. But these guys sent me a contract, and it looks really good. And I think they're working with the Major Brothers too. But you guys check it out. You can see this. Just Google it. You'll see the Stan Hansen doll, the Bruiser Brody doll. They got a Vern Gagne doll, and somebody else I saw. But they look really, really good. So hopefully Daniel gives me the thumbs up to sign that one, and hopefully get another action figure out.
Oh, that's cool.
Soon the Cello toy should be out. It's a month behind, but it's supposed to be out. And also the Major Brothers had the Bindies. It's supposed to come out soon too. So look forward to a lot of cool merchandise and cool things to come out and be able to panhandle out on the road. Maybe my last year of wrestling here. Last year I said it was my last year, but maybe this year will be my last year. I don't know. I'm coming up, but I'm gonna tell you what this was. This is the last sentence of this episode. Episode, I don't know, what is it? 67?
63.
63. 63. 7. 3.
3.
All right.
63.
Okay, I'm trying to move it ahead. It feels like 4 more years of my life went by. But 67, so 63. So, well, thank you, Ariel, for coming in, fighting and enduring the weather, and educating us on Mexico City being built on a lake, and the epicenter of the earthquakes, and Chile having the highest
Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah traditions.
And happy New Year to you, and
thank you,
and Yom Kippur coming up, and the fasting, the tradition and stuff that goes on there, and why, and the atonement of your sins, and all that good stuff. This is Fagging the Bang with Gangrel and Ariel Levy. Want some?
Get some.
Bad enough?
Take some.
some, get some, bad enough, take some.